Oh, have you noticed that black Americans don't think anyone else is black apart from them?
That's because some of us don't know the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality. And in your example, the neighborhood treated you differently because they could tell you grew up at Grandma's house. Allow me to explain. See, when y'all left home, you moved in with Grandma and you picked up all her mannerisms and her accents and things. Whereas we were kidnapped from home and we were given to Grandma's craziest son, Uncle Sam. And because we grew up at Uncle Sam's house, there's a stigma that he attached to us that follows us wherever we go in the neighborhood. So when the cops stopped you, he assumed you was just another one of Uncle Sam's kidnapped kids. But when you opened your mouth and Grandma came out, everything changed and it was different. He excused your behavior. Because at Uncle Sam's house, you don't have the same stigma attached to you that we do, because you grew up at Grandma's house. See, the most interesting thing about blackness is it's not just about your race, your ethnicity, or your nationality. Being black is an experience. And no matter where you go in the neighborhood, we all know what it's like to be on the receiving end of white superiority disorder. Go down the street to Fiji's house or Papua New Guinea's house. Go down to Australia. They never left home, but they still know what it's like to be called an N-word. Go to Peru, the Caribbean, Brazil. We all know what it's like to be on the receiving end of white superiority disorder. Cousin Lupita left home and grew up in Mexico and still knew what it was like to be on the receiving end of white superiority disorder. You and Cousin Idris grew up at Grandma's house and y'all know the hurt and the sting behind being called the N-word. No matter where we grew up in the neighborhood, we all have different flavors of the same experience. And those experiences are what unite us. Even our Samoan cousins get hatred because some of us happen to look alike. You see, Grandma and them, though small in number, created a system, making it your civic duty to oppress people of the global majority. And we've been fighting against that system ever since they created it. So yeah, some of us here at Uncle Sam's house may look at you a little differently. That's because we bought into the lies that Uncle Sam taught us about ourselves, our homelands, and our relationships to each other.